Hi, this is Cindy. I became fascinated with origami during the first pandemic lockdown. Lucky for me, folding origami and making crafts and toys gave me so much joy and helped keep me calm and happy. I am not at all advanced in this art, but I want you to have the joy I have had with this easy to start but rewarding craft. For this video, simply grab any square paper that you have. If you have origami paper, great. Do follow along and make the basic folds and model bases yourself. As long as you do it, it will instantly improve your paper folding tenfold and get you ready to make lots of beautiful things. Maybe one day you'll become an origami artist. In this video, I'll first talk about the paper you can use, from origami paper to any paper you already have in everyday life. Next, I'll show you 5 most basic origami folds. Then I'll show you 2 most common origami model bases. A base is a combination of a few folds that lots of models are based on. Like any specialized scale and established form of art, there are terms and systems and elements in origami. It's very powerful to know the basics. Last but not least, I'll give you a few pointers to help you fold better. Easy, clean, natural way of life by lovenaturalmaterial.com. We post a new video every Saturday at 11 a.m. for you to enjoy over the weekend. Please subscribe and turn on notification. First, let's talk about the paper. You can use pretty much any paper. Generally, you want it to be not very thick, have consistent thickness and quality, and relatively strong. The best is origami paper that's pre-cut to squares. I mostly use Tuttle paper, beautiful, high-quality, double-sided paper, and a good value. If you want to do a project like this, or you may find it easier to learn with one-sided paper, I'll recommend other paper in the description below. Most models use square paper, particularly 15 by 15 centimeters or 6 by 6 inches. Most of the time, I use this size paper. It's very easy to cut a square out of printing paper, white or colored, or cut out of an old magazine, brochure, notebook, or old book. You can make beautiful things out of such paper. Watch our previous video about how to turn an old book or magazine into an easy and clean Christmas tree and desktop decoration and top it with a lucky star. Now I'll show you 5 most basic folds. Valley fold, mountain fold, squash fold, petal fold, inside reverse fold. Valley fold and mountain fold are the 2 most basic folds. Valley fold means fold in the front. On the diagram, it's shown as dash dash. Fold in the front along the dash line in the direction indicated by the arrow. Often you see 2 arrows in both directions. It means fold, unfold. Mountain fold is to fold behind. On the diagram, it's shown as dash dot dot or dash dot. Sometimes making a mountain fold is not easy. You can't see what's behind. An easier way is to turn the paper over, make a valley fold, and turn the paper back. It's equivalent to making a mountain fold. Squash fold is used very often. We'll start with this base. that I will demonstrate in just a minute. It has 4 flaps, and we want to squash fold every flap. Open the flap, press the center line on top onto the center line underneath. Press down from the narrowest point at the top. Sharpen the 2 creases on the side. Now you've made 2 smaller flaps out of the previous 1 flap. Squash fold every flap. Now you created 8 flaps. You're very close to finishing an 8-sided Christmas tree. Petal folds are used a lot in birds and flowers. We'll start with this base again. The closed point is up and the openings are down towards you. Place 2 flaps on each side. Valley fold these 2 edges to the center line. Make the point sharp and press down from the narrowest point. Fold the top triangle down. Open up the previous 3 folds. You've made 3 creases. Open the top layer of paper, reverse these 2 folds. Make them into mountain folds. Let the model extend and collapse along the bottom of the triangle. You've made a petal fold. Turn the model over and make another petal fold. You are on your way to making a crane. These will become the wings and this will become the body. Inside reverse fold is used to create the head and beak of birds and animals. We'll pick up from the 2 petal folds. I've added 2 valley folds on each side. Now the flaps on top look more like wings. Of the 2 long pointed flaps, one will become the neck and head of the crane, and the other one will become its tail. Make a valley fold, open it and reverse the folds on the inside. The neck is up. The beak is made with another inside reverse fold. The tail is made with the inside reverse fold too. Now you got your crane. We'll make a separate video about how to add your own creativity to the crane and preserve it in a little glass jar. I'm a real beginner on camera, but I've made better folds than this. Now I'll show you two most common origami bases, preliminary base and waterbomb base. Make two valley folds along the diagonals. Make two mountain folds along the two center lines. It's easier to turn the paper over and make two valley folds, then turn the paper back. Pick up two diagonal points, let them meet and kiss. At the same time, let the model collapse along the two center lines. You've made the preliminary base. It features 4 flaps that turn like the pages of a book. Make two valley folds along the center lines. Make two mountain folds along the diagonals. It's easier to turn the paper over and make two valley folds, then turn the paper back. Pick up two center points, let them hug and kiss. At the same time, let the model collapse along the two diagonals. You've made the waterbomb base. It also features 4 flaps. To compare the preliminary base and the waterbomb base, both have 4 flaps. Each side of the waterbomb base is a triangle, while each side of the preliminary base is a square, a quarter of the original paper. These two are reversible and interchangeable. Open up the waterbomb base, turn the paper over, pick up two diagonal points, and let them meet. As the model collapses, it becomes the preliminary base. Similarly, open the preliminary base, turn it over, pick up two center points, let them hug, and you've turned it into the waterbomb base. Now, a few guidelines to help you fast-track your paper folding and make you feel more relaxed and happier while folding. Sit or stand comfortably as if typing on the keyboard. Lay arms comfortably and relaxed on the table. Use both hands. They help each other, pressing the paper down and holding it in place. It's most stable to have both hands on the table for folding. But as the model gets smaller, you may be tempted to pick it up and fold. Still, use both hands. fold sharply unless you're instructed only to pinch. It will make it easier to continue folding as the paper layers up. You could use a paper creasing tool to help sharpen your folds, or even the back of the head of a spoon. If you're instructed to pinch, it's to leave a mark and avoid unnecessary creases in the finished model. To help make sharp folds, press down from the narrowest point. Pay attention to the direction of the model. Don't turn or spin it without being instructed to do so, or you may get confused later on. You may be used to folding in a certain direction or in a certain way. Make sure after you complete the fold, position the model back to where it was. In fact, it's better to follow the diagram and directions. It may not be comfortable or natural in the beginning, but compare it to learning new movements of a dance or sport. If you stick to it as time goes on, you'll become more and more comfortable and fold in a manner more consistent with the origami art community. Practice makes perfect. Be patient and enjoy it. Give it a thumb up if you like this video. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notification. See you next week.